How's it going, people? Today I am going to be continuing on with showing you my personal favorite Blu-rays and 4Ks of my collection, although this video will be like all Blu-rays, and that is because of the fact that today I'm going to be talking about all of my Criterion collection. That is my collection of all the Criterion releases that I have. Now, they are all Blu-rays just because of the fact that Criterion, even though they have done 2K restorations and 4K restorations, they have actually never done a 4K release. But they have some great packages and just amazing, amazing artwork, along with just really, you can always trust their transfers to be spot on. So without any other further ado, I am going to be starting this off, and we're going to be starting this off with Blue Velvet. I love the movie, I won't talk about it that much, but, the movie's just great. And the packaging on this is just the absolute best that this movie has ever had. It is just, it's very evocative of the movie, and it's just, it's very David Lynch, and it's very cool. You get the great cover here, great artwork inside and outside, and then when you look at the booklet here that comes with this release also, it just has, again, just great artwork and great stills from the film, along with some really cool production notes as well. And that is one thing that is a staple of Criterion, is they usually will give you a booklet with some production notes or just a small tidbit from the filmmaker and just really cool stills from the film to go along with it. And this is no exception. So next up on the list is Chronos. Now, what you are going to notice here is Criterion agrees with me, and they love Guillermo del Toro. So what you have is a lot of del Toro's releases have come out in Criterion releases, and hey, I can't ever resist picking them up. This is actually his first film, and it's a really interesting and good one. And the packaging here really fits with the mood of the film. It is really cool, even though this is like early Criterion as far as just Blu-rays goes anyway. They have evolved into even better covers and just cases for their releases, but this is still pretty damn good. Artwork on the inside is awesome, and they always redo the actual artwork on the disc as well. That's awesome. And then you get the production notes with the booklet. Along with that, you also have the great stills in the booklet as well. Next up is another del Toro release, and that is The Devil's Backbone. This one is another classic from him and another foreign language film from him. This is still an early one from them, but they actually did do this in 5.1 surround sound, so that is good. And yeah, the packaging here is just great. The artwork is amazing, and I actually like the booklet here even better than the one for Chronos. I feel like the artwork is even better here, and I actually like the production notes better as well. Next up on the list is a David Fincher film, and that is The Game. The Game is one of those Fincher movies that a lot of people are kind of iffy on, that I actually like. I like the twist at the end, and I just feel like it's a really fun head trip movie that is just cool. And this is the definitive version of this film. If you pick up the alternate Blu-ray version that was not done by Criterion, throw that thing in the trash. It is garbage. The transfer really sucks on it, and it's just a really bad disc. This corrects all of that. They gave it a fully new transfer, new scan of the original negative. It looks great, and the packaging here is awesome. Comes with that Criterion booklet that they all come with, some production notes from David Fincher himself, and some very nice artwork as well. And of course, we have another Guillermo del Toro film, and we can't forget about Pan's Labyrinth. I would feel horrible if I didn't pick this up and if I didn't talk about it with you guys. This, again, is the definitive version of this film. If you have like the first Blu-ray that came out, or the 4K release that came out last year, they're lesser than this. The 4K version actually has the worst transfer out of all of them, and the older Blu-ray, just the black levels there are more blue than black, and in here on this transfer they really do fix that. This is the best version of this film to own. And hey, you get, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but the artwork here is really damn cool. You know what? This one I actually want a poster of. I wish it actually came with a poster because I would put this up on my wall. Love it. Boatloads of special features on this one. And along with that, the booklet on this one is great. Amazing, amazing stuff here. Next up is a classic 80s film that I am so glad that they decided to redo, and that is Repoman. This movie, if you guys haven't seen it, it's great. It is an 80s classic, a cult classic. It's really punk and cool. So this one, they actually gave a brand new 2K scan, and it shows. This movie looks great. It isn't in 5.1 surround. It is actually only in stereo, but don't worry about it. This is still good stuff. But that isn't the best part, because the artwork on this one is actually my favorite of all my Criterion collection. This might not be my favorite movie in my Criterion collection. I like the movie a lot, but the artwork here is just amazing. It represents the movie perfectly. This is just punk, cool, 80s, awesome. And it still comes with that booklet that is amazing. But the absolute best part of this is, again, just all of the artwork here and how it goes along with the movie. It's really, really good stuff. Next up on the list is Scanners, and this is actually the first Cronenberg film that I am going to be talking about that Criterion has put out. They have put out quite a few, and I picked them up. So this one is just a classic film that I really do love. 80s Cronenberg, you can't beat it, so it's a great movie. This is only in stereo, so no 5.1 track, but tons of special features. And along with that, you don't actually get a hardcover for this one. They pulled out all the stops here, and they gave us a really unique cover here that is great, and it is just really, really cool stuff. And then the artwork here on the inside is just over the top, like you want it to be, and along with that you get a booklet that has production notes from Cronenberg himself, which is always just great. Next up on my list is Naked Lunch. This is another Cronenberg film. I wanted to put all of those together for you guys, and yeah, it's another great one. You know, it's a weird, head-trippy movie that is just perfect for Criterion to do, because they can really go all out with it. And you can definitely tell, because the artwork on the front is very much the artwork that they did for the movie when it was out in theaters. And the inside, along with that, it just carries it over. It's really cool. And, you know, you get the production stills on the booklet, and then along with that you actually get words from the author of the book as well. This is just a really cool release. It is hardcover, so it's not softcover like Scanners, but it's still pretty cool. And I just wanted to note that this is only in stereo, so no 5.1 on this one. And the last Cronenberg film for my Criterion collection is Videodrome. this is actually my favorite film out of the three that I have talked about. I really, really love this movie. It is just trippy, weird, awesome stuff. Classic film. And you know what? I just really like how the artwork on this release just carries that over. It's a soft cover to hardcover release on this one, and along with that, you know, the hardcover is actually a different graphic where it literally looks like a videotape, because that's like a big thing in this movie. And yeah, you know, so it just really goes along with the film in that way. And then you get the typical Criterion stills that come with the film in the booklet. All the notes from Cronenberg. Great stuff. Next is one that I have talked about, but I didn't provide stills for. It's an older video that I did. At that point in time, I actually didn't take pictures and provide stills. Now I do, so I'll show it to you guys. And that is Silence of the Lambs. Out of all of my Criterion collection, this is actually one of the newest ones. So this is actually a 4K restoration, and along with that, it actually provides 5.1 audio, which is cool. And then you have the soft cover version. So I prefer the softer covers just because they're just different and I like them. And then you have the killer artwork. So many special features that most people won't even go through them all. And you know what? It is just a really cool thing to own here. And the artwork of the skills and the production notes are just great as well. So that's all she wrote on my Criterion collection, people. I do have a lot, but not a lot of newer ones, just because of the fact that I feel like a lot of their new releases just don't really appeal to me, so I haven't picked them up. But if you like this video, just comment down below and let me know of other videos that you would like me to do, because I would be more than happy to put it together for you. And as always, thank you for watching my videos, guys. You guys are awesome. I don't need to say it because you all know it, and I will see all of you next time.